wife came out of the closet but wants to stay together. I tried repairing the marriage but now she wants to divorce after coming back from her girly trip. We've been together for 10 years and married for 4. She is the love of my life and the thought of living life without her is unbearable. Yesterday morning I woke up, noticed her sitting on the patio crying, so I obviously went to console her and figure out what was wrong. While fighting back tears, she manages to tell me that she's attracted to women and she's so sorry. She isn't attracted to me anymore, but she also doesn't want to leave me. I've always known she was into women as well, but it was never an issue for me. We've had quite a few group goings with different women over the years and they've all been amazing. I've even been fine with her exploring that side of herself without me, and I just wanted her to be happy and fulfilled. The entire day was spent either crying or talking about our now uncertain future. All the plans we had made about buying a home, travel, getting dogs and cats, retirement, went up in smoke and right out the window. We had a fantastic intimate life up until just a few days ago. We share intimacy at least a few times a week and we rarely fail to get the job done. We experimented and grew with each other over the years, exploring new things and figuring out new ways to make each other happy. I told her I didn't blame her, that if she really is switching sides it's not her fault and she hasn't really done anything wrong, but it doesn't make it hurt any less. She's my best friend. We have such a wonderful, supportive relationship and we've been through so fudging much together. I can't stand the thought of losing her and starting over. She said she doesn't want to leave me, that she still wants a future with me, just without the intimacy. But she also understands how unfair that is to me, so she's fine with me finding someone to fool around with if I want it. All I really want is her though. I'm so insanely attracted to her and I make sure to tell her so every day. She's the most beautiful woman in the world to me, but finding out that attraction is one-sided has obviously shattered my heart and crippled my self-esteem. I'm praying she's going to wake up and realize she made a mistake, that she's just overwhelmed and confused. Deep down I know that's not how this works, but the wounds are still so fresh I'm grasping at any little straws of hope I can find. We don't have any kids, all our pets have passed away, but we did just move into a new house last week so we may be stuck together until next March at least, but I just want my wife back. Update. 3 days after receiving that news I was informed by my mother that my stepdad was diagnosed with stage 4 in his lungs. 3 days after that, I was told by my father that my stepmom was also diagnosed with skin cancer. Thankfully my stepmom had surgery and is cancer-free now, but my stepdad wasn't as fortunate and he passed away last November. Having all of these things hit me within a week caused me to completely spiral out of control. I refrained from going to work and I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I merely existed and I became one with my couch. My wife did her best to be there for me, but she was obviously going through her own turmoil and she retreated into her own world, physically and emotionally. For a bit of backstory, she had spent her life with crippling anxiety, and the mere thought of a tough conversation was enough to cause her to break down crying. But months prior to all this, she had begun taking anti-anxiety stuff, so now she was finally able to communicate to me not only that she was fully into women, but all the other times I had let her down. 10 years worth of moments I had been inconsiderate or insufficient as a partner. I always thought we had communicated well, but apparently that was more one-sided. And I had always thought I did a wonderful job as a husband. I tried to be attentive, thoughtful, caring and compassionate. I never wronged her by crossing any lines. We rarely fought, and when we did we always ended up talking it out like adults. I thought I was doing a great job, but I wasn't doing the things she needed out of a partner. But since she never communicated it to me, how was I to know? Hearing about all these little moments that I had let her down hurt like crazy, but it also gave me a light at the end of the tunnel. A mission to save the marriage. I couldn't do anything about her being fully into women, but I could for sure make up for every instance of neglect. I put together a plan to prove to her I was worth staying with. I surprised her with a picnic, got us tickets to the circus, made a reservation at a restaurant for the first time in my life and took her for her favorite kind of food. I began learning French for her and I took the lead on planning our next big vacation. I started writing her a song. I was going to give her guitar lessons since she had expressed interest in the past. I spent every minute of every day for the next 2 months figuring out ways to show her just how much she meant to me. She was also able to confess that she wanted children. We had agreed early on that kids weren't on the table, but she had a change of heart. And for her I would have absolutely done it, and I told her so numerous times. In May, she left the country for a girls' trip to the Dominican.